Now we're about to get underway with our penultimate senior Rotax heat of the 2022 Rotax Max Challenge Winter Cup here at Karting Campillos. Let's have a look at the starting grid for race 15, heat 5 senior Rotax, groups A and D. So Kai Hunter and Daniel Armstrong will make it an all-British front row on this particular occasion. Behind them will be Archie Walker from the UK and João Diniz from Portugal. Miska Kaskinen and Janis Diak rounding out the top three rows ahead of Farin Mega and Conor Jupp, both representing Germany and Great Britain respectively. Mario Sidler from Switzerland starts on the inside of row 5 with Alberto Hurtado Gonzalez completing the top 10. Yashram Jankan will start 11th and will have Great Britain's Sean Butcher alongside. And we've got Edward Matthews from Great Britain and Ricards Vegvargas from Latvia. That's row 7. Row 8, Linus Hensen from Germany. And I'm not too sure, I don't think we'll have Nicola Guerra along for the ride once again, the 354 from Italy. Sam Bergstein in 17th, Alec Verberg in 18th, ahead of William Christensen. Jere Kokalainen, Matteo Pianezzola, Anthony Boulou and Kevin McFarlane rounding out the top 23 or 22 drivers. Estonia's Paul Christian Hamburg's car has been pulled to one side in the pre-grid, with Rodrigo Santos, Alexander Abkazava, Simsep and also Mika Barthelemy rounding out what could more than likely be either a 26 or a 27 car starting grid. So after this, in the next race, the top 30 will go automatically through to the pre-final tomorrow. 26 drivers will have to fight their way to the final 6 positions on the grid to have a chance at winning the Winter Cup for 2022. But we go into the tram lines. For Senior Rotax, Heat 5, A versus D. Lights are out, we are off and away. And Hunter gets them into... Oh, that was very, very close. There was a bump over the curb. I didn't quite catch who that was. But they are at... The field is completely concertinaing. People going to the left, people going to the right. It's 2-3 abreast at points. It's getting a bit tetchy here. Linus Hensen looks like he might be running a little bit wide coming out of one of the corners, heading into the crest of the hill as they head down their way once again. So there is Miska Kaskinen battling away with the 314 of Portugal's João Diniz. Just behind them is Janis Diak in the 339 from Germany. And someone having a bit of a moment under braking, back end snaking from left to right. Farin Mega, but Kai Hunter leads the way. Archie Walker second. Daniel Armstrong rounds out the top 3. Miska Kaskinen in 4th. João Diniz, Conor Jupp, Janis Diak, Sean Butcher already up from 12th to 8th place. As it's getting a bit very, very close for comfort between Miska Kaskinen and Archie Walker right there going towards the top part of the hill. The Finn tried to put the nose up the inside of the Brit and nearly came into contact. Now Kaskinen goes for the move. This time it's nice and neatly executed. Walker back on the counter-offensive through the very next right-hander. And then the switchback happens again. That was as casual as you like from Miska Kaskinen saying, right, let's go after him. And Archie Walker just says, no, I'm not doing that. I'm getting past you, mate, straight through. And, I spy, that's Sean Butcher that's got through. There's Farin Mega. So now Sean Butcher has quickly made hay whilst the sun has briefly shone. And now on to lap 3. He's up from 12th to 4th position and climbing. Good battle between Janis Diak and the 376 of Germany's Farin Mega. That's the battle for 7th position. So 7¼ minutes to go. Simsep has made up some positions. William Christensen down to 26th position, having started 19th. Paul Christian Hamburg was released, I would imagine. I'm not too sure if I'm possibly hearing a loud exhaust. And that's, oh, there is. That sounds like Miska Kaskinen's kart has got a loud exhaust, so I would imagine the Finn will pull the kart in, or that will be a mechanical black flag. So straight away, I thought there was a loud exhaust. So the main thing is that Kaskinen will normally bring that in, and Miska Kaskinen has. The Finn, unfortunately, the 399 running with Dan Holland Racing. Now pulls the kart in. A bit of a difficult end to the day. But the battle still carries on. And Sean Butcher now ahead of Archie Walker, the two drivers from KR Sport. Making their way through. Oh my goodness. I think Daniel Armstrong might have just gotten a little bit of a wake-up call there, and he's behind the pair of them. And then there's Connor Jupp just behind. And Jupp now throws it to the inside of Armstrong, up the inside through turn 1. Now Sean Butcher and Archie Walker will start closing down on Kai Hunter just up ahead. We're nearly towards the halfway point of this race. 5 minutes and 20 seconds plus an additional lap. Through into the straight on the middle of the track, into the sweeping left-hand hairpin here. Connor Jupp is keeping pace. Farin Mega is closing on Daniel Armstrong. And Farin Mega has got back past Janis Diak in the meantime to facilitate this. Alberto Hurtado is also closing. Number 390 from Spain. Gap last time around was just under 7/10 between Hunter and Butcher. And Butcher's just put in the fastest lap of the race. 1 minute 3.250. 0.280 quicker than Kai Hunter on that previous lap. So Sean Butcher could be in striking range very, very shortly indeed. There's Farin Mega trying to close in on Daniel Armstrong. But at the moment, not quite happening yet. So Butcher needs to start clawing in some time. Got to do it quickly if he wants to get that victory again. And this is the last chance for any of these drivers to go for a win. Probably, maybe look at it from this perspective with 3 3/4 minutes still to go. There is plenty of time, so you could maybe incorporate the top 8, rounded out by Hurtado Gonzalez, to compete for the victory. And considering they're only 2.251 seconds apart, but the top 3 are 0.5 apart. Connor Jupp is actually pretty much within that window of 0.8 of a second. Daniel Armstrong still holding station in 5th ahead of Farin Mega as the drivers make their way down the hill. So the gap is down to 0.287 of a second. So Sean Butcher has taken the best part of close to half a second out of Kai Hunter. And Hunter will know that he's there. And Hunter goes for the lead. Oh, he launched it. That was a good send there by Sean Butcher up the inside of Kai Hunter. And now going on to lap number 8, Sean Butcher now has the lead. Hunter goes towards the inside, through into turn 1. And Walker tries to thread the eye of the needle. And there goes Connor Jupp. So within the space of one corner, Sean Butcher goes from 1st to 4th. That's how quickly it could change in senior Rotax. And now trying to go up the inside of Connor Jupp was Sean Butcher. He looked for the move. Had to back out of it and decide, you know what, I'm not going to chance it here. One of the things you don't want to have in this kind of race is if you have a front fairing penalty, that's 5 seconds added to your total race time. And at the moment, that could be quite harmful. And now he's taken back 3rd place off of Connor Jupp. And this train at the front of the field, the top 8 carts are very close together indeed. We're talking 1.9 seconds, and that gap is closing still. Walker now closing on the back bumper of Kai Hunter through into turn 1. Byron Mega, and now Yannick Stiak, I think, have just got past Daniel Armstrong for position. And Armstrong's fighting back up the inside of Stiak. And they're still battling away hammer and tongs, and the 390, Alberto Hurtado Gonzalez, is still there with them. So into the last 60 seconds of the race. Who is going to launch a full-on salvo attack on Kai Hunter? Will it be Archie Walker? Will it be Sean Butcher? Will it be Connor Jupp? Could it even be someone maybe a little bit further behind? Well, here we go. Oh, that was close, but measured very, very well indeed. And we've got another driver with a loud exhaust. So that's 2 in the space of one race. Walker assisting Butcher a little bit here, which is quite good. The 2 KR Sport teammates working together. Byron Mega is closing in on them as the timer will hit 0 very shortly. And as Kai Hunter makes his way through into the right-hand sweeper down the hill, the timer hits 0. So this plus an additional lap will have a total of 11 laps completed. And after this, we'll have one more. And it's Camille. It could be Camille McFarlane that has got that has had the noisy exhaust, as the French driver has dropped unceremoniously down to the bottom of the order. So one more lap to go after this one. So Kai Hunter leads them on to the final lap of the race. Nearly 4/10 of a second ahead of Sean Butcher. Archie Walker rounds out the top 3. Connor Jupp, Byron Mega and Daniel Armstrong ran out the top 6 positions. Hurtado Gonzalez in 7th. Yannick Stiak in 8th. Right behind. And then Yashram Jankan having a better turnaround. And by turnaround, I don't mean like the turnaround he had in the previous race. Because that was not fun. That was pretty scary, I think, not just for him, but maybe for the oncoming traffic. He's ahead of Linus Hansen, Anthony Bilou, Edward Matthews, Alec Verbaert, Mika Barthélemy and Mario Sidler ran at the top 15 altogether. So out of the final corner, it could be a run to the line here. Oh, Kai Hunter's looking behind him. Sean Butcher was close. 69 thousandths was the margin between first and second at the checkered flag after 11 laps of racing. I could see that Sean Butcher was looking at a possibility of maybe getting a good slingshot out of the final corner, but Hunter was able to capitalise and keep it in front. So Hunter wins Heat 5, Senior Rotax, A versus D. Let's have a look at the rest of the results. And it's a top 4 lockout for the Brits once again. Kai Hunter in first, winning by 69 thousandths of a second ahead of Sean Butcher, with Archie Walker and Conor Jupp rounding out the top 4. Germany's Farin Mega was the next driver of a different nationality to be represented in the top 5. And he finished 5th ahead of Daniel Armstrong, Alberto Hurtado Gonzalez, Janis Diak, Yashram Jankan and Linus Henson completed the top 10. Anthony Blue in 11th ahead of Edward Matthews, Mika Barthélemy, Alec Febert and Mario Sidler rounding out the top 15. Ricards Vekvargas from Latvia ahead of Joao Diniz, Alexander Abkazava, Sam Bergstein and Jeri Kokalainen rounding out the top 20. Then it was Matteo Pianizola, Rodrigo Santos, William Christensen, Sim Sepp and Paul Christian Hamburg being the last of the drivers that made it to the checkered flag with 11 laps completed, with Camille McFarlane parking the cart up on lap 9 and Miska Kaskinen's noisy exhaust forcing the Finn to retire on lap 3.